Hey everybody, thanks for taking a few minutes today as we talk through better brewery insights. Going to be laying out and providing some more detail about this new framework related to alert, analyze, action. I think it's going to be a great resource for your team and give all sorts of new benefits as we head into 2026. So let's get into it really quickly here. So first of all, I want to start with my goal, and then we'll explain how that kind of fits with what your team's looking to do. So my goal really this year coming up and into the future is to become an indispensable partner to craft breweries. I'm going to do this by delivering clear and impactful insights that drive quick, confident decisions and actions for your team. So kind of what's that mean for you? So the idea being your team needs to spend less time in the future chasing data, and they have more time making decisions that drive profitability for your business. So as I've kind of been thinking about how do I help you guys get there, it's really how do we help the team become better problem solvers, right? And how we already solve problems in kind of day-to-day life, right? It follows a similar framework is first we notice something's off. Then we need to figure out why, what's going on, and then decide what to do next. So we're going to start to follow that same framework as we're talking about brewery insights. So first, we're starting with the alert. And what's an alert? It's a clear signal when something moves off track. Right now, I think people have to be logging into their dashboards every day to really understand when something's moving off track. So we're going to try to optimize how your team gets those alerts. Then analyze, that's kind of where we've spent the majority of our time so far getting your brewery team set up. But it's going to be getting fast visual insights into what's happening. And we use the interactive dashboard to do that, right? But then finally, one gap that I see in a lot of places in the industry is, okay, sometimes we kind of know what's going on in the business, but we have a hard time translating that into action that we know somebody's going to take and it's going to move the needle. So we'll walk through how some of that's going to happen also. In this quick presentation, I'm not going to do too much demo of actual product, but I have links at the very end so you can see each of these in action with about a 5 to 10 minute demo of each. But this is going to be pretty quick for this presentation. Okay, let's go to alerts first. So alert, like we talked about, that's supposed to be so you know something needs attention, right? And why we try to give alerts is to focus on what matters the most. Catch these issues early and there's no missed signals, right? We deliver these right to you. You don't have to go looking for them. The alert comes to you. And that's going to be this automatic notification of potential issues that alerts your team that, oh, they should maybe look into something a little bit further. And this new capability that we're going to do to prepare these alerts is using daily pulse, right? And this is a great new capability that Tableau has where basically some of their internal AI sits on top of the same data that's driving our dashboards. It watches it every day for the metric we tell it to, and it's going to provide these alerts to us. It does that a few different ways. One is it's going to automatically deliver an email to us first thing in the morning. It's going to allow us to quickly drill in 1 or 2 levels to start to understand what's happening. It's not going to get us quite as far as some of our purpose-built interactive dashboards do, but it's going to get us down a level or 2 so we know what to do when we start to look at this a little bit more. And it's really easy to scan and understand. These show up really nicely on a cell phone, so while you're having your morning coffee, you can kind of scroll through these alerts and see what's going on in the business. It starts to point you in the right direction, so right when you start working, you're able to start to understand a little bit more what's going on. So Pulse is supposed to notify you when something matters. Okay, next up, and this analyze section is where we've spent the most of the time developing to this point. And this is to get you those fast visual insights into what's happening. So we're going to see what's driving the change. We want to zero in on what the real issue is, right? There's so many different things we can chase in a brewery. We really want to know what the real issue is. Start to understand root cause, get that quick clarity. And that's what's going to allow us in the next step to start taking actions, right? And you all should be pretty familiar with this. This is using interactive dashboards that the team currently has access to. These are visual breakdowns tied to those alerts. So ideally, we see the alert, we can really quickly navigate to a dashboard and start to drill in further. We have easy multi-level drill down. It's easy to see because we're highly visual, different patterns and trends. And then the dashboard is going to give you that clear context for further decision making. And let's get into that next. So as we're walking through these different phases, right? You receive that alert, you've now drilled in a little bit more, you understand the root cause of what's going on, and now you want to take action. So action's really deciding what to do next. You want to deeply understand the root cause of the issue and know it's a real thing, right? So you know that when you're taking these actions that we're developing, that it's solving this root cause of what's going wrong in the business or what's going right. It could be a root cause of an opportunity also that you want to capitalize on. As we're talking through this action step, we want to clearly identify what some next steps would be. And then finally, we want to close the loop and help drive those results and have accountability that the appropriate actions were taken. And what we're trying to do here is take some of those insights that maybe are interesting that we've gotten in the past and close the loop to be able to determine what direct action should we take off of them. And this is where we're going to bring in some more AI capabilities that I'm really excited about, right? What this is doing is it's having these AI capabilities sit on top of the same data that's driving those Tableau Pulse and our interactive dashboards. And it's going to give us a lot of new capabilities right here in this space. So first, we're able to ask questions in clear language, right? In a lot of case, day-to-day business, questions come up and you want an answer based in data. Today, you'd have to log into a dashboard and poke around, and you probably get to that answer, but it might take you a little bit longer, and you might not get to quite what you were looking for. So this new AI chat capability gives us a really flexible capability to be able to ask any questions and get those quick answers. What I'm also really excited about, instead of just like that ad hoc analysis, is we're preparing these different playbooks that's going to walk you through a guided approach to make sure you understand what's going on with the data, start to really identify some of what the root causes might be, and then be able to walk through what those next steps and actions would be and help prioritize that with your team, developing those smart actions, right? And by the end of this, what we really want is your team is all aligned and they're ready to solve problems. Okay, so let's walk through a really quick example here. So first, you're going to receive an alert, first thing in the morning with an email that your margin is down 5% from the goal. So then you get in and you're looking at your dashboards a little bit more and you start to able to pinpoint what that issue is. And in this case, we're going to say it's primarily due to batch cost increases related to worsening packaging yield across all your different brands. So right away, you've already taken like this high-level metric that's going wrong and you've isolated. It's not a sales issue, it's more of a cost issue specifically related to yield. And then how we're able to now use AI and infuse some of that intelligence into this is we're having AI hooked up to all of your data, and then maybe we're also bringing in your SOPs from your operations, and we can certainly do this. And what it's going to do is then work through this guided approach to be able to recommend specific actions you can take in order to solve that initial problem you had. So I think it's really cool capabilities and I'm excited to roll this out, right? What we're looking for is fewer surprises for your team. You're able to keep track of everything that's going on in the business and you can do all that automatically instead of always having to log in and look for things. Things are being pushed out for you. It provides that better alignment for your team across your business, ultimately helping you make better decisions all with less effort. So what's it take to get some of this implemented, right? So some of this we have ready right away and the rest of it should be rolling out in Q1 here. First up, we have the Pulse alerts. So I plan on rolling that out to everybody. It's all available in January and February. I have a demo there so you can really see what that looks like in action. I think it's going to be a really good thing for brewery teams. You just have to let me know you're ready to do it. We're going to determine what metrics we want to track for you, and then we're able to roll that out. And really within a few days, you'll be able to have access to all of those good daily alerts that you need. As everybody knows, we have some really great interactive analysis set up for your teams to use today. I have further demo if you want to see some more of that in action. And then finally, we have our AI guided actions. I think that's probably going to be rolling out. We have a few breweries on kind of a beta process right now, but it's going to be in full deployment in February and March. So it's going to be great. We're going to have these guided playbooks to help you work through problem solving across all the different aspects of your business. So I think that's a great approach to this, but then also give you that really quick, flexible analysis so you're able to ask any questions of your data and it's all right there for you. So I think this is going to be a great approach for your team and able to fill some gaps that we have today, kind of on the alert and the action phase. So I'm looking forward to talking to you guys all more about this in the new year. Cheers.